Welcome back to Media in a Minute. Today we're going to be talking about the first key concept of media, which is media audiences or audience. So who is watching or listening or reading or creating? It's the receiving side of media rather than the producing. And this has important consequences when you're studying media. The same message can be presented in slightly different ways depending on who you are trying to reach. A good example of this is your average drink driving ad in New Zealand. So you have everyone from young Māori and Pacifica youth to middle-aged or even elderly people out in the country. You have well-to-do families, for all different targets at different points in time of drunk driving or restricted license campaigns. Who you target for your audience has implications on things like your choice of actors, your casting, your locations, all sorts. So often the same message will be made several different times to satisfy different audiences. The drift net metaphor, I think, is quite a good one with media audience. It's quite common. It's not always the case. You're sending out a text to try and get as many people at once. You're not going to get everybody, but you're going to get a lot. I mean, the key thing I always have to try and remember when I'm teaching is the longer I do the job, the harder it is to do this. It's to remember that my students are actually a very different audience to me. They have a different set of understandings and life experience that they bring to understanding text, and I've got very different ones obviously as well, and by now with most of them a 20-year head start. But if you're going to do the job well as a teacher, in fact a teacher of any subject, but my one is definitely one for this, you need to try and understand their headspace just as well as yours. So it's not just a case of being comfortable with your experiences and lenses and how you see stuff, or even imposing it on them, but you have to be able to step into their world as well. And that's a key to being a good teacher and understander of audience and media studies. That was Media in a Minute. Have fun.